Hi, welcome to Jesus Bar. Today we're gonna mix a Dutchess. So the Dutchess is another Angostura heavy cocktail. This time it's developed by Theo Liebermann of Lantern's Keep and Milk and Honey fame. I mixed a few days ago the Trinidad Special. That cocktail was even heavier on the Angostura. Let's try this kind of different play on an Angostura heavy cocktail. It still features orgeat to balance out the spiciness of the Angostura, but overall it's a pretty different recipe. So let's get down to it. Let's start with 15 milliliters of Angostura. Of course, I splashed it. Then we go on with 22.5 milliliters of orgeat, the almond flavored syrup. There you go. Then we go on with the juices. First juice we're gonna have is gonna be 30 milliliters of pineapple juice, which I just freshly squeezed. And then 50 milliliters of lemon juice, which I also just squeezed. Oh, that's a lot. And then for our main component, and the one that gives the misspelled name to this cocktail. In fact, instead of being spelled Dutchess, D-U-C-H-E-S-S, it's spelled D-U-T-C-H-E-S-S, recalling the Dutch of Holland, and that's because we are gonna use genever, the predecessor to gin that comes from Holland. It has relatively little in common with the gin we know nowadays. It's more malty and less junipery. Anyway, that was 45 milliliters of it. Then we get some ice. Then we give this a good shake. Let's double strain in our chilled coupe. Again, as with our other Angostura heavy cocktail, the color is pretty bloody. Let's finish by expressing some lemon peel. And there you go, a Dutchess. Cheers. This is really good. Lots of different flavors that interplay with each other. I think it's even better than the Trinidad Special. The Trinidad Special was really hardcore. You got hit by the pimento flavor on the back end of the palate, really strong. Well, it had the double amount of Angostura, but here it's a lot better balanced. The orgeat and the pineapple really play well with Angostura, and they hit at different moments of your tasting experience. Genever, I love Genever, and I think it goes really well in this context because it's not too dry, it's not too sweet, not too malty. It's very in between in the pantheon of our spirits we like to drink. And let me have one more sip. Super nice. I love the back flavor it gets. It's a mix of the bitter, the pineapple, and the orgeat, which is so tasty. I don't know, it reminds me of some candies. Yeah, some nice candies, but not too sweet. This is nice. Wow, excellent cocktail. I'm a bit speechless. I'm just really enjoying this. Great. This is really good. Wow, this is a great cocktail. This is great. It's also easy to drink, not too sweet and not too dry. Perfect, perfectly balanced. It's simple to make, not too much fuss about it. As long as you have fresh juices, you're gonna be on your way with this drink. Really good. So if you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, comment down below, share with anybody you like and don't like. Shake yourself an Angostura heavy drink, and hopefully I will see you next time. Cheers. So I might not have much to say about Dutchess, but what about Baroness? Or as I called them before I searched the pronunciation, Baroness. In an Italian pronunciation of the name of this band from Savannah, Georgia, and they are a mix of progressive hard rock and metal. They used to be heavier, nowadays it's more really hard rock to me. So all their albums were named after colors, artwork made by John Baisley himself, the singer and guitarist, and they started out with red, which was good, blue was even better, yellow and green was a bit softer but awesome. There are some great songs on there, like Take My Bones Away or EULA, which is one of my favorite songs by them. So that was 2012, and the press started calling them next Metallica before they realized nobody could ever be Metallica again, just because the landscape of music business changed so much. But anyway, then what happened is that they crashed on their tour bus in Bath, England. They fell from a viaduct 10 meters. Luckily nobody died, but they got severely injured, and they went over a hiatus to recover. The singer broke his arm and leg, bassist and drummer broke their rib cage. It was really bad. After that the bassist and drummer left, but amazingly the members that were left were able to recruit an amazing bassist and an amazing drummer, which they are at least as good, if not even better. And then they released their comeback album in 2015 called Purple, which is a lot about the recovery process from the injuries and the trauma they suffered. And that's one of my favorite albums. It's so great. There are especially 2 songs on it. If I Have to Wake Up, Would You Stop the Rain, which I love. It really gives me this a bit of Bruce Springsteen vibes in a really good way. And I actually use it to test speakers. When I have to buy earplugs or speaker or something, I start at the beginning of the song. It's so clear and shiny that you can hear imperfection about speakers, or just like the quality, general quality of a speaker. I'm not an audiophile, I just like to give a general impression, and I really like the song for that. But my favorite is really Chlorine and Wine, the first single they released from the album, which talks about the experience of recovery in the hospital and stuff. And first of all, Chlorine and Wine reminds me of Mustard Gas and Roses from Slaughterhouse 5 by Kurt Vonnegut. He has this feeling of PTSD, smells and flavor associated with a really traumatic experience. But then the song is just great. It's like an example of how you can make a progressive song, which is also still metal, still rocking a bit hard, but also really pop in a way. It's really singable, and it's such a great song. It has different parts, starts in one way, has a middle section which is great, and then he ends in a big triumphant singing. And exactly, there is this moment specifically about 30 seconds from the end of the song where there is this, they repeat twice the same part, but the second time they repeat it, they stop for an extra 2 beats or something like that, or just a bit more, and they do like really heavy, really stopped with the guitars and the drums and the bass, everybody together, and that brief moment, like half a second, pumps me up so bad. I wait for it every time I listen to a song. It's just great. I love that song. It's poetic, it's heavy, it's easy listen, it's prog song, it's everything together. It's just a great masterpiece that also details a really personal traumatic experience, so gives some weight to the whole thing. After that album, Purple, they released Golden Grey, which actually I didn't listen quite much. That was 2019, so a few years already passed. Maybe I should go back and listen to it. I don't know. Anyway, Baroness. 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 This is the Dutchess.